and we're gonna pick up on the crooked paths. I'm not strong enough to say all their names, but one that stands out the most to me is Patty. Patty was the one that I'm gonna rule out giving too much information on her, because you sons of bitches didn't help me when it came to her, so I'm not helping you when it comes to her. Good luck, fuckers. I have got information on Patty that could really change the game, and I'm not for sale to my enemies for any form of help. So good luck with Patty. But yeah, she is the one that I can't say too much about it because I don't want to help anybody else. But if you see her and she already close, you're done. You already, she already got it to where she see you every day, and you caught it. This sums it up. You caught in her web. You caught in her environment. You can't run. Like when a cheetah hawks down a gopher on top of that motherfucker, got him around the neck. That's you, and that's Patty. You on your own. If you an enemy, and so I met Patty. She kept up with this. I did not. And she said, according to her records, I was 30 and she was 19 when we met. And that was around the time the abuse started. I didn't know it at the time. God is dealing with me in hindsight and age. So I'm blessed. I'm lucky and I'm blessed to. I used to think that Gabe was the lucky one. Gabe. Oh my God! Not everybody needs to know everything, but I can't even tell y'all about Gabe. And there's a couple of them that I used to think was the lucky ones. I did not know I was the lucky one. I was the one that she said was never good enough for her. I was never, and she never said why. And that depreciated my self-esteem. But God, as you can see, has he has calmed my fears. And I thank God that she didn't want me, or at least she wanted me to think she didn't want me. Who I'm still stuck in the mind game. I don't know what the fuck she wanted, but all I know is I'm free. I'm glad that whatever she wanted wound up to leading to my freedom. So, but yeah, so this I can't say this is a new game. It was like that when I was a child. Even people used to take digs at my age. I used to play games with the girls, like with the well, at least I thought they were girls. I didn't know what a trans was as a child. I can't get into all that. And they used to take digs at me, like, we're all behaving like kids and you're behaving like a leader. I just recalled it just now, the memory of one of my childhood bullies. You're like a commander or something. I didn't know what the fuck any of those was as a kid. You're like a mom. Like, you're mothering us, like you're because I was making sure none of us got like hit by cars and stuff. And I didn't know it until I grew up and later on in life. Older head told me, I can remember how you were playing with the other kids. You were the kid making sure everybody was safe. And he said, the overseer, and that was Michael that said that. That was, he's a Montgomery, somehow related to the Montgomerys. So this bully, she was like, you're not a kid, Lisa. You're like a mom. And, that really hurt my feelings because I was still in grade school. I was like, God, am I that fucking weird? And as now I know, yes, Lord. He's telling me, yes, you are. But that, the ageism it was in the reverse. You would have thought, ha ha, I got the power. Bum, 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 bum. You would have thought I had the power, right? I'm in grade school, bitch. You can't see me. As John Cena said, you can't see me. I don't want Tyson and Pose to be. I only want to know how much dedication I got to John Cena. You can't see me. They got a kick out of that. Like, that's some dedication. You really are a fan of his. Yes. Yes, John. And so, you would think, I'm young like you. I'm in grade school. I ain't even 18 yet. You can't say shit about my age, bitch. But there they go. You like a mom, Lisa. Fuck you, is what I wanted to say, but I was outnumbered. And she was bigger than me. That's how bullies operate, though. You don't see bullies in another bully face that's equal to him. Unless, of course, you've had the luck of watching a really good WWE match when Vince McMahon forced their asses to fight. It's a rare treat. I've seen Vince McMahon put somebody like Batista up against somebody else like Brock Lesnar. Every now and again, he will make it happen, and the fans and myself get bored. Like, nobody wants to see somebody go up against the equal. We want to see like a pipsqueak mouse go up against a giant. So that's just human nature to want to see something little get pummeled, like a cheetah on a rat, or like a fucking cheetah on whatever the fuck's small. Like all the different things that are small. I don't want to go through a list, like a rabbit, you know. So the whole point of the story was, women have done this to me my whole life. This is hindsight. This is aging. This is praising God. This is the spiritual growth He's given me. I didn't just wake up and people decide to be mean to me and pick on me about my age. It just occurred to me that God is showing me, no, bitch, it's been that way. He talks to me this way. It's the only way I listen. He's like, you don't listen if I don't talk to you though. So it's been this way my whole life. But the veil, my uncle calls it a veil. God lifts veils in our lives when He's showing us things. It's like a veil has been lifted. Things that have been there the whole time. That's been there the whole time. People didn't just wait till I turned 30. Wait till I hit 25, start pushing 30. To start taking digs at me about my age, you know. But I was so busy taking care of these, as my mom would say, no good ass men, that I didn't so yeah. This ain't nothing new under the sun, you know. And then it's this my brother said it the best. He had one strong moment. He was just like you know, my brother had a tendency to one who never did anything to help anybody but himself. Sums him up. He used to bully Joel. Joel, we called him Joe for short. Joel, like in the Bible. And Joel was like, Nick, you so lame. He said we was thinking for once he faced him. Other than that, he used to kick Joel's ass. But once Joel stood up to him, maybe it's because I was there and Andrew was there. He thought we were going to back him up. But I don't know what wound up happening other than this one part in the story. I remember, I don't know how old we were, but I can remember him saying, you just can't think of nothing else. Like he used to pick on me about my skin. He picked on Andrew about being stankin' and being farticus. And he got down to Joel, and Joel used to, for some reason, wear his socks to where they slid down. He used to pull them down to where he might just be a nudist and not want to wear socks. I don't know. It was weird to me, but I was like, we all had our own weirdness. That leave the boy alone is what I wanted to say. If I was a man, I would have just, as much as I hate my brothers, at the same time I love them. That's human nature. That's siblings. That's sibling rivalry. That's a part of life. No matter how much they do for you. You know, I didn't get a good set of brothers, but whether they're good or bad, you got mixed emotions. I read that somewhere, and it was helpful to me. But anyway, I wanted to say leave the boy alone if that's how he want to wear his socks. So Joel told Nick in a tone I never heard Joel speak. That's all you can think of? You can't think of nothing else. That's where I got that from, that line. When people pick on me about my age, that's all you can think of. You can't think of nothing else. That's why you said that about my socks, because you can't think of nothing else. I think he said, you're so stupid you can't think of nothing else. That's what he said. And Nick didn't say nothing else. It was a quiet shift. It was always a shift to me to watch my brothers, not the other way around. My mother was off doing God knows what. She was always leaving us. This particular time, she left us. We weren't at Edna's. We was at my mom's house. Or who I would assume, I never saw the paperwork to the house. You can't go off people's words. Unfortunately, this is about to go into the hands of my enemies. Because I tell you, I own a house, I do. You didn't see the deed. And even if I show you the deed, I could have faked that shit. I could have made up some fake paperwork. I mean, people, not just me, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to generate false documents. So you just going off somebody's word. So my mom said the house was hers. But I got questions because some things just don't add up about the house. So you can hear a pin drop. And there was no trouble from my brothers. They usually were trouble until she got back home. And they talk too much and they get in fights, like gay fights, like not fist fights. When the women go to fist, like pulling each other's clothes and shit and pulling each other's hair and shit. That's how my brothers used to fight, like sissy fight and shit. I used to hate watching them fight. It wasn't like watching WWE. So that's the kind of shit I put up with while till my mom got back. So yeah, he like say some shit like that to Joel, and that's the only time Joel stood up to my brother. But yeah, Nick would just go down the line and bully us. And then he would be out the door like the Rolling Stone for like 6 months to a year. I'm not sure how long he was gone, but he would come back long enough to fuck with us, and he'd leave us again. As soon as mom came back and started abusing him and abusing us, he'd be on the road again. He came back and did the same shit that he took off. And I forgot where I was going with the whole thing, but yeah, the ageism, yeah. So about Kylie and I, so it's like that, you know. David did that to me. He'll carry that to his grave, I'm certain. Well, you know what? I'm a new creature now. He would admit it now. I had wanted to date David because, you know, my daddy issue sums it up. David is not a looker. David Earl Chapman III, and he waited until I had never had a super serious boyfriend, but you know, with Tyson, it was he wasn't the first serious, but he was first super serious. That makes sense. So, you know, like just deeper. So David pulls me aside, and I was like, all these times I've been throwing myself at you, I was like, you blew it. I was like so mad, you know, because for a woman to be horny and throw her and get rejected, be horny, I was horny and rejected when I was horny, so emotional, you know, and I'm talking to a man like he a man. It was a righteous anger. Pastor said that, you know, you can't help. Anger is one thing you can't control. You go to anger management all day long, but and I regret, you know, I shouldn't regret it, you know, but I regret, you know, old life. God is telling me old life, you did right. It's the one time my mom supported me. She said, you did right. She's like, he gave him all these chances to date you. Then he was rude to you, disrespected you, and waited till you moved on. Then he asked you out. And he had all these other holes he was throwing in your face. She said, no, you did right to tell him off. And it wound up to a block on Facebook. And we're strange now. And it wound up to, he's so powerful and connected in the community, and especially in the online community, in the gay community. He has tons of followers, not friends. And he's married now, and he's a third. So, you know, I've not had good experiences with the thirds, and seconds and the first, the black ones. I don't know what the other races are like, and I don't know. And I can remember one time when I had asked David for a ride because of I'm not gonna get into all my issues why my car was always down, because that needs its own video in its own realm. I remember he ate the burger in my face. I can remember going through domestic violence with Tyson, and I asked David for a ride, and we went to Sonic or somewhere, and he ate an entire burger in my face. It's like Rick James and Charlie Murphy. I know that I wanted to choke the shit out of this motherfucker. He's a man. And David's a smaller guy, but he's muscular. I know he could have taken me easily. You know, he's fit, he works out. He wasn't tall, but he definitely was, he could outrun me, hawk me down, and choke the shit out of me, like, you know, easy. He was athletic. But I wasn't thinking that way. I was thinking, I'm hungry, and this nigga's eating a burger, and not a regular burger. This is me laughing at my pain. It's got, I can laugh now, I wasn't laughing then. It's got 3 layers to it, and not lettuce and tomato. He just cut right to the point, got to the goodies. I'm like, oh, so hungry. Ate it slow, not quick. Can't let her see. Slow. I'm in the passenger seat in the bullshit truck, not a cabin truck, not a Titan or some shit like that, not a Ford 350. I'm talking Toyota, grandmama, granddaddy, crunched up in the front with your brothers. Small ass truck. I'm smelling a burger. Even though it's Sonic and it stinks, I'm hungry. So that's... He gave me a ride wherever I asked, but he said, all right, we gonna stop and get something to eat. And he got himself something to eat, and he ate that burger right in my face. And I'm so glad that he did not want me. I'm so glad. It probably was a trap. If I had left Tyson sooner, he would have dogged me and went on to another woman. Because David is a closeted homosexual. We, over the years, a couple of people, I'm not gonna get into who they are, we tried to face him and make him come out the closet, and because he's also a gay basher, and he's done some hate crimes, and so, but he has no authority now, but when I knew him, he had some authority. So he wasn't the kind of guy that you crossed. And especially at a little school like Perk, he had authority on the campus because he was in the drama program and all. He had all the teachers wrapped in that area, in that department, not the school, but that area around his finger. He wound up doing some show called Trois, and spelled like trios, Trois, and I never could find him. He was so low budget, I never could find him. He thought I was making fun of him. But I want to see it. I want to say I know somebody famous. This is before me and Kylie met online, and so couldn't find him. That was irritating. I'm like, are you sure I got the right show? And I never found him. He said it was on there, and it was an HBO show, and I don't do any HBO in my omens. I do commercials. Me and Kylie do all kinds of television kind of things, but we don't do. Neither of us do HBO. So back to the young girls. Yeah. So young girls have always done that to me, even when I was under 18, and that people like that when you get married, like. People like that when you, especially not just married, but you marry somebody you want. So he was like that with somebody I didn't want. And now you imagine now somebody I want. So Kylie, these young girls wasn't after me before. They thought I was just, minced meat, just funky like bologna. Ooh. So back then and now is Mike Jones. And to sum it all up, yeah, the list could go on, but like I said, I don't want to help my enemies. This helps my enemies if I dove deeper into this topic. But I'm just gonna say, praise and glory be to God. It's not that way now. I got the antidote and the recipe on how to treat that wound when it happens. But I don't want to help my enemies, and I refuse to help my enemies. So I can't tell you how God cured that sickness in me. There was a sickness, and sorry, gotta fly. As old Danny DeVito once said, sorry, gotta fly. Alright, so God didn't give us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. And I want to tell you something.